were gonna tear it all down. The Institute, Providence, everyone who'd ever hurt us. We failed. The partners grew paranoid, made sure that Ortmeyer's children would never challenge them again. I'm the only one who got away unchanged. The only one left who remembers.
Ortmeyer was Providence.
Everything he did to us, everything he made us do, it all leads back to them.
I'm breaking more rules than I care to count, Mr. Gray. What's your play?
The partners hide behind a cloak of anonymity. Only one man knows their true identities. Your client, the top controller, the one they call the Constant. He is the key.
But he is untraceable. So what am I missing?
A man would come to the Institute. A man with a Providence pin. The first Constant. If we find him, if he's still alive, he's our way in.
You don't know who he is, but 47 does. That's what this reunion is all about.
Show them.
You're just gonna hand it over. Our one bargaining chip.
Olivia.
Fine. 47's memory was erased, irreversibly at the time. But after Ortmeyer's death, his estate was acquired by the Ether Corporation. And they made an antidote.
It's a long shot, I know.
This is not how it works. We don't just join the revolution. ICA is neutral. We don't take sides.
I hate to break it to you, lady, but neutrality is a side. It's the side of the status quo.
People have died. Civilians. You align yourself with terrorists, murderers.
Sometimes even monsters serve a purpose.
Look.
Enough. You have a choice. But I made mine a long time ago. I will finish what I started.
Subject 47. Most gifted of all my boys.
So you're the pick of the litter. Tell me about the incident.
The subject ran away. He and another boy. The instigator was punished accordingly.
As were all the neighbors.
My men did what needed to be done.
It won't happen again. Bring your house in order, Doctor. You won't like the alternative.
I remember who he is.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master. A KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka, Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shattered client.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia, once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field.
Mission active.
Whittleton Creek, Vermont. On the surface, a picture-perfect suburban dream. Wide roads, golden maple trees, and verdant lawns. Most residents here are white-collar professionals, ranging from university staff to government employees.
Most, but not all. Janus's unpresuming home is protected by a host of bodyguards, and intel shows that the fragile former constant rarely leaves the property.
Nolan Cassidy, on the other hand, roams the neighborhood streets. A recent arrival, the dutiful Providence Herald is busy making threat assessments and settling in with his security team.
Now remember, this is about more than just revenge. Janus is the key to bring down Providence. So get in there and find us a lead.
Good luck, 47. 47. I've marked your map with several points of interest. We're running this mission with very little upfront intel, but these locations could provide clues to help you obtain the information you need. Good luck.
Read more about Charles Lake III and his politically flexible platform.
Oh, hello there. I'm Charles
Excuse
Blake,
me, sir. Are
chairman
you a
of the
registered
Homeowners
voter?
Association.
I'd
I'm
love-
running for a seat in the next
Hey,
election. I don't
back
believe
off
we've
a bit,
met,
would ya?
Mr.
I'm not from around here.
Ah, I see. Not
Excuse
a
me,
registered
sir. Are
voter.
you a
then.
I
registered
don't
voter?
much care for
I'd love to
politics.
tell you about a new candidate who might just change your life.
I like
yes,
your
sir.
honesty.
A total game changer.
Just between you and
I'm
me.
listening.
Good on you. Be
I
sure
don't
to
care
vote
about
come election
politics
day.
either.
Spread the word about Charles. Wonderful.
Have a nice day.
Oh, well, I'm sure you're aware that voting season is upon us again. And if you're anything like...
Good on you. Be sure to vote come election day. Feel free to spread the word about Charles.
You guys haven't been poking around the frog habitat behind the house, have you?
No.
Oh, okay, great. It's just that, well, I saw one of those security people from Mr. Janice's house, and I'm pretty sure he was burying something back there, and I just figured since you guys seem to be, working together, you might know about it.
Can't say that I do.
Someone from Janus's security detail buried something in the frog habitat behind Cassidy's house. What could that possibly be?
We uncovered Jimmy Hoffa's remains back there someday. Okay, all right, well, I'll just leave you to it.
Might even have something local. Shit, I'd kill for some maple lager right now.
Come on, you're really going to let this whole romantic picnic situation go to waste?
I can't imagine hosting something for that many strangers, though, can you? Oh, could be the con artists and they invited people based on who they can prove as a future mark. Oh, yeah, that adds up.
He's up on the speed.
God help us all. That man effectively tried to cancel Christmas once because he felt it wasn't possible to achieve matching Christmas decorations. Across all the houses in Whittleton Creek.
Well, some of those decorations could be considered a little...
Oh, wonderful. Oh, well, I'm sure you're aware that voting...
That is Nolan Cassidy. Former Secret Service agent and current Providence Herald, Cassidy is assigned to protect Janus.
All right there. Ah, forget it.
Neighborhood barbecue party. How suburban. My belly is rumbling a little.
Want to go inside? Looks like everyone's invited.
It would be a good time to coax some information out of unsuspecting locals. But I find that once the food's been served and the beer flows freely, people are more chatty. I think we'll return once the burgers are served.
All right, boss.
Okay, I will return at that time also.
This is Nolan Cassidy of Whittleton Creek. I want to speak to the man in charge. That's you? Very good. Listen, you people completed your work on my house last week, but there's still all your machinery cluttering up my garden. I talked to your man here, but he claims he needs to be done with my neighbor's house before he can remove the hookup to my house. Surely that's some sort of joke. I don't much care about your excuses. I've got a security